I'm Haley, and May is Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome Awareness Month. I have Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, and I wanted to answer the question, what is Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome? Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome is a genetic connective tissue disorder that comes in 6 different major varieties. Sorry, my dog's drinking water. You might be able to hear that. Basically, the Ehlers-Danlos Society says that either directly or indirectly, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is known to or thought to alter the biology of collagen in the body, the most abundant protein, which can lead to multi-systemic symptoms. Collagen is like the glue that holds the body together. And like the Ehlers-Danlos Society said, it's the most commonly found protein in the body. Now, there are 6 major types of EDS. That's what Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is also called, EDS. They all have one thing in common, hypermobility. Hypermobility basically means that your joints are overly flexible, like being able to touch your thumb to your arm. Hypermobility in a way is kind of cool, but it can also have its consequences, like pain, and you can also have dislocations, partial dislocations, and those are things that people with EDS may frequently have. Now we'll tell you about 3 of the 6 types of EDS. If you see me looking down at the paper, that's because I have some notes here. With the classic type of EDS, aside from hypermobility, you may also have stretchy, soft skin, poor wound healing, and sometimes heart issues. With the vascular type of EDS, you may have heart issues, organ rupture, easy bruising, and in terms of how you look, you can have large eyes and a thin nose. And sadly, a lot of people with this type just live into their 40s. Lastly, there's the hypermobility type. This is also known as type 3, and it's the most common type, and it's the type that I have. Basically, with this type, you can have joint dislocations, partial dislocations, and they can even happen a lot. And you can also be in a lot of pain and have TMJ pain, neck pain, back pain, knee pain, just lots of different kinds of pain. You can also have prolonged bleeding and significant bruising. The classic type and this type both have an average lifespan. Now I'm going to talk about some other things that can go along with EDS. One of them is a Chiari malformation. It's basically when your brain is herniated. This can cause issues, and it can also cause you to have surgery. And also, you can also have other kinds of craniospinal instabilities, which basically means that your neck is too weak to hold the bones in place. And people with EDS are at risk for these things. Another problem you can have is gastroparesis, where your stomach muscles are partially paralyzed. This can cause stomach issues. Another problem that tends to be a big problem is autonomic dysfunction, also known as dysautonomia. It basically is when your autonomic nervous system is not functioning correctly. You can have symptoms such as lightheadedness, low blood pressure, fainting, fast heart rate, exercise intolerance, heat intolerance, cold intolerance, and excessive thirst. It really isn't pleasant. I also have a lot of issues with blood pooling in my feet because of this when I'm standing, and that can in turn make you lightheaded. Now, with all this, you may be wondering, what are the treatments for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? Are there treatments? Well, if you find out you have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a doctor does not say, here is the prescription for EDS, and this is for a medication, and it will help you, it will get rid of all of your symptoms, or mostly all of your symptoms. There isn't a prescription specifically for EDS. And they may say, oh, you could go to physical therapy, you can wear braces on your joints to help hold them in place, and the braces can help hold your joints in place, and physical therapy can help sometimes, I think. I think it doesn't help with everybody. That's just from my personal experience too. And also, I have heard that you can take 100% fractionally distilled aloe vera juice, And I'm going to try doing that. I just started. I just took it just a little bit ago, my first dose. So I don't know how it's going to work like right now. Well, I could, but it could take a while to actually like help your symptoms, like a month or so. So I've heard of it helping people, but I don't have personal experience with it helping me because I just started taking it. So I'll have to see how much it's going to help me. So here's a little zebra friend. The mascot of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and the symbol of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is a zebra. And I'm not going to get into why it's the zebra right now, but I will leave a link in the description on why the zebra is the symbol of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and that would be interesting. And I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and this is the end of the video. Bye.